mind is a restless sea, ever tossing with waves of worry and storms of doubt. It conjures shadows where no darkness dwells, monsters where there is only empty space. It whispers of dangers unseen, of tragedies unproven, of storms that may never break. And yet, what is fear but a ghost of the future, a dream draped in shadows? I, Seneca, have always stated that we suffer more often in imagination than in reality, for the weight of our fears is often heavier than the truth of our trials. How often does a man climb the mountain of worry, only to find, at its peak, no danger at all? How often does a traveler lose sleep over a road he has not yet walked, only to discover it is smooth beneath his feet? The mind, untamed, runs ahead of life itself, crafting sorrows before they are due, inviting suffering before it has even knocked upon the door. Consider the warrior who stands at the edge of battle, his heart racing, his thoughts spinning 1,000 dreadful endings. He dies 100 deaths before the fight has even begun. And yet, when the swords clash and the dust rises, he finds himself standing, breathing, unbroken. What was the purpose of all that suffering before the struggle had even come? Or imagine the youth who fears failure so deeply that he does not try. He sees in his mind 1,000 defeats, 1,000 humiliations, though none have yet come to pass. And so, his fear steals from him the chance to rise, to grow, to triumph. His suffering is not in the world, it is in his thoughts, where it festers like a storm that never breaks, a fire that never burns out. The wise do not allow themselves to be ruled by such illusions. They see fear for what it is, a thief, a trickster, a shadow that looms larger than the thing itself. What then shall we do? We must learn to meet life as it comes, and not as our fears would have us believe it will. Ask yourself, how many of your worst fears have ever truly come to pass? How many sleepless nights, how many racing thoughts, how many anxious hours have been wasted on pain that never arrived? And even when hardship does come, does it not prove itself different, often smaller than what we had imagined? The sun does not rise in terror of the storm, it rises because it must. The river does not cease its flow for fear of the rocks ahead. It moves because that is its nature. So too must we live not shackled by the chains of imagined suffering, but free to embrace what is real and true. Look now to the heavens, to the vast expanse of time and space, and know this: the universe does not tremble at your fears, nor does it pause for your worries. It moves forward, unbothered, steady, eternal. So too must you. When fear grips your heart, when the mind weaves its web of doubt, return to the present moment. Breathe deeply. Stand firm. Ask yourself, is this suffering real? Or is it merely a shadow I have cast upon myself? Live, not in dread of the imagined, but in harmony with the truth of what is. Master our thoughts. We master our fate.